The Mortis lore is one of the most profound narratives in the Star Wars universe, delving into the mystical fabric of the Force itself. Mortis is a realm that exists beyond the material galaxy, a place so unique that its very nature challenges conventional understanding of space, time, and the Force. It is a manifestation of balance, a place where the light and dark sides of the Force converge and are embodied by the mysterious beings known as the Father, the Son, and the Daughter. The Father serves as the custodian of balance. He represents the neutral aspect of the Force, neither light nor dark, but maintaining the delicate harmony between the two. The Son embodies the dark side, a figure of malevolence and raw ambition, while the Daughter signifies the light, pure and selfless in her devotion to peace. These beings are not merely Force users, they are the Force itself in its most concentrated and unfathomable form. Mortis becomes their battleground, their home, and their prison, encapsulating their struggle within its ever-shifting boundaries. When the crew of the Jedi ship Resolute Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ahsoka Tano encounter the celestial realm of Mortis, they are drawn into its mystical web. This moment represents a crucial turning point in their understanding of the Force. Anakin is revealed as the Chosen One, the prophesied individual destined to bring balance to the Force. The Father, sensing the nearing end of his own existence, tests Anakin to see if he can assume the mantle of Balance Keeper. Anakin's ability to control both the Son and the Daughter through sheer power demonstrates his unparalleled potential, but also foreshadows the tragedy that his inability to maintain balance will bring. Mortis operates outside of time, and its events leave lingering ripples. The planet serves as a stage for metaphorical and literal confrontations between light and dark. It tests the character's faith, convictions, and vulnerabilities. The Son's insidious manipulation contrasts sharply with the Daughter's quiet but firm resistance, creating a tension that encapsulates the eternal struggle of the Force itself. Their familial dynamic mirrors broader galactic conflicts, reflecting how personal bonds can be both a source of strength and vulnerability. The Daughter's ultimate sacrifice to save her father and the others reflects the selflessness of the light side, just as the Son's consuming hunger for power showcases the unrelenting nature of the dark. This spiritual battlefield lays the groundwork for deeper philosophical questions: is balance a static state, or does it exist in constant flux? Mortis suggests that balance is not a fixed point, but a dynamic interaction between opposing forces. Anakin's failure on Mortis is not merely a personal failure, but a reflection of the galaxy's inability to reconcile its polarities. The decisions made here echo into the physical world, influencing the destinies of Anakin and those around him, leading ultimately to the rise of Darth Vader and the fall of the Jedi Order. Yet, Mortis is not the only enigma tied to the Force's mysteries. Abeloth, a being of immense and terrifying power, lurks within the greater mythos of Star Wars. She is a cosmic aberration, a being whose origins are tied to Mortis, but whose existence transcends it. Abeloth was once a mortal woman, the servant to the Father and caretaker of the Son and Daughter. Her role was to maintain harmony within their family, but she became something far more dangerous. Consuming the font of power and bathing in the pool of knowledge artifacts of immense Force potency, she ascended to a horrifying state of godhood, corrupting herself in the process. Abeloth's transformation into the bringer of chaos positions her as a Force entity unlike any other. While the Father, Son, and Daughter symbolize balance, light, and dark, Abeloth represents unbridled chaos, the unrestrained hunger of a Force being untethered from any principle of harmony. Her essence is that of fear, madness, and destruction, an embodiment of what happens when the Force is pushed beyond its natural boundaries. In contrast to the familial bond of Mortis's Trinity, Abeloth is an outsider, both in origin and nature. She seeks to reunite with the family she believes abandoned her, but her methods are twisted by her corrupted state. When Abeloth emerges into the galaxy, she poses an existential threat not only to individual beings but to the very fabric of the Force. Her power disrupts the balance sought by the Jedi and Sith alike. She is not aligned with either side. Instead, she seeks domination over all. Her interactions with Luke Skywalker and other Jedi in the expanded universe reveal the scope of her influence and the danger she poses. Mortis is the seed of her origin, but her reach extends far beyond its bounds, threatening to unravel the tenuous balance maintained throughout the galaxy's history. In considering Abeloth alongside Mortis, one sees the parallels and contrasts that enrich the Force's mythos. The father, son, and daughter exist in delicate equilibrium, their existence predicated on their mutual opposition and interdependence. Abeloth, on the other hand, represents imbalance made manifest, a force of destruction that seeks not harmony but domination. Her very existence challenges the philosophy of balance, suggesting that the Force is not only dualistic but also vulnerable to corruption by those who overreach. Mortis and Abeloth together present a tapestry of Force lore that is both mesmerizing and unsettling. These tales delve into questions of free will, destiny, and the eternal struggle for balance. Anakin's journey through Mortis shows how even those destined for greatness can falter when faced with the weight of choice and consequence. Abeloth, as a dark mirror to this struggle, illustrates the dangers of excess and the perils of straying too far into the unknown. Mortis itself is not an end but a beginning, a microcosm of the broader galaxy's conflicts and philosophies. It reflects the ongoing battle between light and dark, order and chaos, creation and destruction. Abeloth, emerging as a byproduct of Mortis's delicate dynamics, expands upon these themes by embodying the consequences of imbalance. Together, they form a narrative that transcends the confines of individual characters, offering insights into the very nature of the universe and the force that binds it. As Mortis and Abeloth weave into the broader tapestry of Star Wars, their significance lies not just in their grandiosity, but in the subtle, haunting truths they reveal about the Force and its interaction with life. The Mortis arc introduces a cosmology that speaks to the heart of the galaxy's enduring conflict, the perpetual push and pull between light and dark, order and chaos, life and destruction. Yet it also hints at a deeper, more unsettling reality. Balance is neither serene nor static but a delicate act that requires constant vigilance. The story of Mortis leaves Anakin shaken, its lessons lingering in ways that neither he nor his companions fully comprehend in the moment. The father's desire for Anakin to take his place underscores the enormous weight of being the chosen one. Anakin's rejection of this responsibility on Mortis foreshadows his ultimate fall, as the conflict within him grows too vast to contain. The tragedy of Mortis is not only that Anakin fails the test, but that the galaxy's fate hinges on his choices, leaving it vulnerable to the devastation wrought by the Sith and the Empire. Mortis is not just a physical place, it is a manifestation of the character's inner struggles and the overarching conflicts of the galaxy. Obi-Wan's unwavering adherence to the Jedi Code and Ahsoka's youthful idealism are both challenged in Mortis, reflecting their own journeys and the complexities of their roles in the war. It is a crucible for understanding the Force not as a binary concept, but as a multifaceted and deeply personal experience. The loss of the daughter, whose essence briefly merges with Ahsoka, leaves a lingering trace of Mortis on the young Jedi, connecting her to the light in ways that will shape her path long after the events on that mystical plane. Abeloth's story, in turn, offers a dark contrast to the themes of Mortis. Where Mortis speaks of balance and the struggle to maintain it, Abeloth represents what happens when that balance is lost entirely. Her transformation from a mortal caretaker to a being of cosmic horror is a cautionary tale about the perils of greed, loneliness, and desperation. Unlike the son or daughter who are bound by the natural order of Mortis, Abeloth's existence is aberrant, a result of her consuming what was never meant to be hers. Her ambition fractures her connection to the family she served, driving her to become a chaotic force of destruction. When Abeloth emerges into the galaxy, her very presence distorts the Force. Jedi and Sith alike find themselves drawn into her shadow, as her power and madness threaten to engulf all. Her nature defies simple categorization. She is not merely a dark side user or a Sith. Abeloth is chaos incarnate, a perversion of the Force's natural harmony. Her goals are deeply personal, driven by a yearning to reclaim the familial bonds she once shared on Mortis, but her methods are apocalyptic. Her desire to reunite with the father, son, and daughter is twisted into a hunger to dominate and control, a reflection of her own fractured psyche. Luke Skywalker's confrontation with Abeloth in the expanded universe highlights the challenges of facing such a unique and insidious threat. Abeloth's power is not easily overcome by lightsabers or tactics. She represents a deeper, more existential danger, one that requires understanding the Force on a level that few can achieve. Luke's struggle against her is as much about resisting her allure as it is about defeating her physical manifestations. Her ability to manipulate and corrupt those around her underscores the fragility of even the strongest wills when confronted with the Force's darker mysteries. The connection between Mortis and Abeloth lies in their shared exploration of the Force's boundaries. Mortis shows us the Force is a system of balance, with its caretakers embodying the eternal struggle between light and dark. Abeloth, however, demonstrates the consequences of disrupting that balance, of pushing beyond the natural order and succumbing to unchecked power. Together, they form a yin and yang of Force mythology, offering a nuanced and complex understanding of a galaxy governed by something far greater than mere politics or warfare. Abeloth's existence raises profound questions about the Force's true nature. Is it inherently dualistic, or does it contain multitudes beyond our comprehension? The struggle on Mortis suggests that balance requires opposing forces to coexist, while Abeloth's presence challenges this by introducing chaos as a third, destabilizing element. Her corruption of the Force hints at vulnerabilities in its structure, showing that even something as vast and eternal as the Force can be manipulated, twisted, and broken. In the quiet moments between these cosmic battles, the stories of Mortis and Abeloth become allegories for the struggles of the galaxy's heroes and villains. They mirror Anakin's internal war, Luke's search for meaning, and the galaxy's endless cycle of conflict. Mortis shows what could have been a chosen one who maintains balance and brings peace, while Abeloth reveals the darker possibilities, where power and desire lead to ruin. Both are cautionary tales, urging those who walk the path of the Force to tread carefully, lest they tip the scales too far in any direction. As the galaxy continues to grapple with the legacy of Mortis and the shadow of Abeloth, these stories serve as a reminder of the Force's mysteries and the dangers of taking them for granted. Mortis is a dream of balance, an ideal that slips further away as the galaxy spirals into chaos. Abeloth is the nightmare that arises when that dream shatters, a force of chaos that refuses to be contained. Together they form a haunting melody that echoes through the Force, a song of light and dark, creation and destruction, hope and despair. The Mortis arc and Abeloth's tale are not just stories, they are reflections of the galaxy itself, a microcosm of its eternal struggle. They remind us that balance is fleeting, that the line between light and dark is thin, and that the choices of a few can shape the fate of all. Anakin, the father, the son, the daughter, and Abeloth are all players in a grander narrative, one that speaks to the heart of what it means to be connected to the Force. Their stories leave us with more questions than answers, inviting us to ponder the infinite depths of the Force as we drift into sleep.